Seriously? Thanks. Thanks, Farm Hero Saga. A life's full. I don't have a life. That's not full. Okay. This is getting really sad. Hi guys! So if you've watched my last video and or you're following me on Twitter, you might already know that I am in kind of a really bad reading slump at the moment. And in my last video I talked about some tips to kind of overcome reading slumps. And yes, I'm in the same outfit and same exact makeup, and yes, it's like 2 minutes after that video in my world, but in yours it's probably like been a week. And one of those tips was to reread books, and here is me showing you some of the books that I will probably be rereading and that I'm really excited to do so with English. Book number 1 is kind of an obligatory reread anyway because I'm about to buy the sequel, and it's The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I actually already ordered the sequel, but and it came out like a few months ago, but for some reason they won't deliver it until January. I don't know why. Like, what is the logic behind that? This book has come out in July or August or something, but you know, Austrian bookshops, like what the fuck. Anyway, I did a review on this book as soon as it came out, which I believe was last year, so I'll link it down below if you want to go ahead and check it out, so I don't have to actually repeat all of that right now. But let me just tell you, this book was so much fun. I remember being absolutely in love with this book, and it's really long and nice and beautiful. Oh, and it smells so good. Oh my god. That should have been a tip, to go smell books, because it's gonna want to make you eat them, like literally physically eat them. It's like doing crack, just not. So I'm rereading The Bone Season to kind of recommit to a series, but I also don't want to do this with too many of my rereads because that'll just make me go like, I want to know what happens here and here and here and here. So we gotta get some standalones in this mix, and I'm gonna be rereading The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black, which I have just raved about so much by this point that I don't even really know if I should talk about it again. I don't know. This was the book that I gave away for my YLC giveaway back in July, I believe it was, and the winner finally received it like a month ago or something. It took a while. The process was kind of a bit more extensive than it should have been. But either way, this book is so super cool, and I really want to reread it because I know that it's literally just this one book. There's no more to the story, and I can just start and finish the whole experience again, and it's not gonna take me forever, and it's gonna be awesome. So yeah, love it. Can't wait. Like, you really can't wait. Next book I'm gonna be rereading might come as a bit of a surprise because I literally just read it like 2 months ago, and it's The Kiss of Deception. I said that really weirdly. Deception. I don't talk like this normally. I'm really sorry. By Mary E. Pearson. The reason I want to reread this is because I just really enjoyed it. It was so good, and again, I usually blast through my books, and that means I don't remember a lot. For like the long term, and apparently 2 months is the long term in my understanding, so I don't really remember a lot of what happened in this book. But I really enjoyed it. It was so cool, and I really want to reread it. Also, now I can go into it already being spoiled and already knowing who the prince and who the assassin are, so that's gonna be fun. Actually, the same applies to my last 2 books as well, because neither of those books should you start reading already knowing the ending and what's gonna happen. Ideally, but since I already do, I thought it would be kind of cool to re-experience this book, having in mind the ending and where it's gonna go, and I'm excited to see if I'm still gonna enjoy them as much. And the books I want to read are Before You Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson and Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Both of these are like mystery crime novels that are just magnificent and fantastic, and I really enjoyed them. It's been a few years since I've read Before I Go to Sleep, but I still remember vividly how I felt about some of the scenes because they had such a massive impact on me, and I'm really excited actually, and really like curious to see how I'm gonna enjoy this book now that I basically know everything, sort of. I might have forgotten some parts, but I basically know the gist of both of these books, and they're both very much heavily centered on surprising the audience and the reader. So I think it would be interesting to see, you know, how they hold up as books and as just compositions of art, essentially, when you already kind of know where it's gonna go, and you can just track the process a little bit more closely, and you can be a bit more, you know, I don't know, scrutinous, is that a word? I do hope so. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below which book you are gonna be rereading anytime soon, and if you even like to reread, because that's also something. Like, some people don't enjoy it, but then again, some people have way better memories than me and don't forget everything they read like 2 weeks later. So I don't know how you do it. I really don't. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a lovely week, and I will see you soon. Bye!